Hi students, in the previous video I discussed about identification of amphoteric substances and also anions, cations, etc. Now here I am going to help you how we can solve questions on analytical chemistry. So I will take up some questions and help you how we can solve it. Keep watching. Solving questions on analytical chemistry. So the most important type of question is differentiating questions. It says how can you differentiate, or sometimes they say distinguish between the following pairs of substances. So in such questions, what is to be, the answer contains three parts. There are three parts in the answer. The first part is a test. Test means you will name a reagent and explain what you will do with that. Okay, that reason means you will add, you will pour, you will pass or heat, whatever it is you have to describe. The second part is observation on substance 1. There is a pair of substances, substance 1, and third part is observation on substance 2. So these are the three parts of answers. One reagent added to both the substances, or you pass or heat, whatever you do, same reagent on both substances. Substance 1 gives one kind of observation, substance B gives, or substance 2 gives another kind of observation. This is how you differentiate. You will not write equations, you will not write the formulae, you will not write the names of the products. Only name of reagent has to be there, right? Now, the first question under this series is sodium nitrate solution and sodium chloride solution. How to differentiate between them? See, sodium and sodium are common in both. The difference is nitrate and chloride. Nitrate and chloride is the difference. So how to differentiate? You have to use a reagent which will make a difference. Now chloride, the reagent is, the first part of the answer I will write add silver nitrate solution. Silver nitrate solution to both. Okay, add silver nitrate solution to both. Now the first substance is sodium nitrate, NaNO3 solution dash. What comes? No visible change. No visible change. You will not write no reaction, you will write no visible change. Nothing is visible. You are talking about observation only. We are not discussing the products. Okay. Second, the next substance, that is sodium chloride, NaCl solution. Here you have Cuddy white PPT. We have discussed in the previous video this test for chloride ions, Cuddy white precipitate. That's all, differentiated. One reagent, silver nitrate added to both. Sodium nitrate solution, no visible change, and sodium chloride solution, a Cuddy white precipitate is formed. You don't need to make a full sentence. This much is sufficient. Okay, so you are differentiated. Your mark is given. Now, in this series, the second question we can take, second pair of substances, is sodium nitrate solution and sodium sulfate solution. Here you can use a reagent, add barium chloride solution to both. Add barium chloride solution to both. Right? Now the first substance, sodium nitrate, NaNO3 solution dash, no visible change. Okay, and the second one is sodium sulfate solution, Na2SO4 solution. You may write formula or name, and this side what comes is white precipitate, white PPT. See, it's differentiated. One reagent added to both of them are giving different observations, right? Third in the series is iron 2 sulfate solution, iron 3 sulfate solution. Now here again, sulfate and sulfate common difference is iron 3 and iron 2. How do you differentiate? Add NaOH solution, sodium hydroxide solution to both. Okay, or alternately you may add NH4OH solution. Both will give same observation, right? Now here the first one is iron 2 sulfate, FeSO4 solution. What you get is a pale or dirty green PPT or precipitate. The second one, iron 3 sulfate, Fe2SO4 whole thrice solution. Here you get a brown PPT. Yes, that's it. So you have differentiated it. Now the fourth in the series is zinc nitrate solution and lead nitrate solution. What can you do? Add NH4OH solution to both, slowly, drop by drop till it is in excess. Now this is important. You cannot use sodium hydroxide here. You can use ammonium hydroxide. Both, you will add into both. Slowly you will add. You will also add it drop by drop, and then you will add it until it is in excess. So what is the observation? Zinc nitrate solution is ZnNO3 whole twice solution. You may write name or formula. So what comes here? White PPT, that is white precipitate formed. Yes. Then you will write the PPT dissolves in excess of NH4OH. Okay. Same way you will write the next substance here is lead nitrate solution, PbNO3 whole twice solution. Here you get a white PPT formed. Yes, full stop. Then you will write the PPT, that is precipitate, does not dissolve in excess of NH4OH ammonium hydroxide. Okay, now see, write carefully, adding NH4OH solution to both, slowly drop by drop till it is in excess. And while writing observation, white precipitate formed, clearly mention that, and then write the precipitate dissolves in excess of NH4OH. Some people write soluble white PP present. That is absolute nonsense, does not make any sense, and no mark will be given for such answers. Be careful. White precipitate is formed, you make it clear then you say the precipitate dissolves in excess of NH4OH. Same thing here, white precipitate form, the precipitate does not dissolve in excess of NH4OH. Okay, that's clear, I suppose. Now we have copper sulfate solution and iron 2 sulfate solution. Here you can add NaOH, or you may add NH4OH solution to both. Okay, either of this can be added, same observation you will get, right? So the first one is CuSO4 solution, copper sulfate solution. What you get? Whitish blue or pale blue PPT. You may write whitish blue or you may write pale blue PPT. Then you have the second one, that is FeSO4 solution. Here you get a pale green, or some people mention it as dirty green PPT. That's all, it's differentiated. Very clear. The sixth one under this is sodium sulfate solution and ammonium sulfate solution. Here sulfate and sulfate are same. The difference is sodium ion and ammonium ion. What you will add? Add Nestler's reagent to both. Okay, now under sodium sulfate, Na2SO4 solution, no visible change. Under NH4 whole twice SO4 ammonium sulfate solution, you get brown PPT, Nestler's reagent. We have already discussed it under cations, right? So it is differentiated. Now we have the next type of question is name the anion present in the following. Another type of question. Compound A, when warmed with concentrated sulfuric acid, here is a compound which is named as compound A. It is warmed with dilute sulfuric acid. It gives out a gas which fumes in moist air. And no, it is not dilute, it is concentrated sulfuric acid. It gives fumes which in moist air gives dense white fumes with ammonia. The gas, what is the gas? The gas is hydrogen chloride. What is it? hydrogen chloride, right? So what is the anion? Anion is chloride or Cl minus. Now you may not write the gas is hydrogen chloride, that is your rough work. The answer required is anion is chloride or Cl minus N. Okay. Now similarly, when barium chloride solution is added to solution of compound B, white precipitate insoluble in dilute hydrochloric acid is obtained. A white precipitate is formed. The precipitate is insoluble in dilute hydrochloric acid. So you are adding barium chloride solution to compound B. So white precipitate. What is the meaning? The dilute hydrochloric acid is added, the precipitate is insoluble. The anion present is sulfate or SO4 minus minus. We have already discussed about this, right? Compound here, another compound, let's say compound C is insoluble in water. Okay. When heated, it produces a gas which turns lime water turbid. And the gas did not show any change in potassium dichromate paper is introduced. That means the gas is CO2, carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Carbon dioxide is coming means the anion is carbonate or CO3 minus minus. So we can identify that very easily. Now the next substance here, substance D is here. A compound D which is warmed with dilute sulfuric acid gives out a gas which turns acidified potassium dichromate solution green. The gas is SO2. That means it is sulfite. Very easily we can identify as we have discussed in the previous video. Carbon dioxide, next question is carbon dioxide as well as sulfur dioxide. Both gases turn lime water milky. This is true. Both turn lime water milky. Give a chemical test to differentiate between them. Order is not a standard chemical test. The question says that. That means you cannot distinguish them with the order. You have to put a chemical test. What to do? Pass both gases through acidified potassium dichromate solution. Acidified potassium dichromate solution. Or we can do another thing is introduce potassium dichromate paper, that is a filter paper soaked in potassium dichromate solution. Introduce potassium dichromate paper to both. This is easier. The gases are in any jar or test tube. Take filter paper dipped in potassium dichromate and insert into the test tube. That's easy. It is easier than passing the gases through the solution, right? So either of this can be done. Now what will be the observation? CO2 gas, no visible change on paper or the solution, paper or solution, right? Now if it is SO2 gas, paper or solution turns green. We know this already. So we can differentiate. So students, I hope you understood how we can answer questions on practical or analytical chemistry. So this discussion I hope is useful to you. So watch the video again and subscribe. The next video I will be discussing some more questions on how we can solve this. Okay, thank you.